GM fam, we are live with your host Phil X Contreras, where we talk and roast about Solana NFTs and other potential NFTs out there. If we are all moving to Cardano, if Toys R Us came back from the dead to Solana, if Hades token is a real thing, and much more. It's time, so let's go. All right, first thing, let's look at the market and what the market is doing, because that is one of the most important things when you're looking at Solana. All right, so we have the volume right now at 24 hours at 127 Solana that's been out there. We have Magic Eden at 88%, Hadeswap at 7%, Hyperspace at 1.52%, and YA literally at 0.61%. That is crazy right there. YA has been falling apart. They went from what was once 5% to 1% to almost nothing. So what happened here? I would say that after everything with creator royalties, it kind of put a dent on YA, because YA, everyone basically looked and pointed the finger at YA saying, this was your fault, this is what you did, and now a lot of people don't want to use YA. That is my opinion on what is current right now. Hadeswap is still holding its ground. They did come out saying that they support creator royalties, and if we do go to creator royalties at some point where the market shifts, they will fully support it. So that is great on Hadeswap on mentioning that. Now, Magic Eden, this is why Magic Eden is the beast, because they come back, they have the money, they have the backing. So they're back at 88% of the volume, and they have, again, they've announced basically that they've gone to 0% for some time on their platform, and eventually it'll go back to 2%. We just don't know when. I think at some point they will, but that is the overall market. Now, here's the interesting thing about Solana, what's going on right now. The market cap is at 26, right? So we have 26 basically right now, and you times that by 30. And 30, I'm putting 30 because the price of Solana is at 30. So right now we have $780 million trading on NFTs and Solana NFTs. And this was basically mentioned by HG Soul on comparing this to basically Axie Infinity, which is above $1 billion. So are we early? Well, you can look at that and then think to yourself on if we are early or not, because remember, Solana NFTs, the whole market, $780 million. Axie Infinity, over $1 billion. That is one thing. So one project over all of this. So just think of that when we're looking at Solana. All right. So overall, the daily market, we are still kind of up here. Some people, so the thing about all of this is that you have the volume here, and people tend to trade at low volumes and then sell at high volumes. For longer term investors, this is what we will say is low volume, because if this is the bear market and this is what's being traded at, which once was a bull market here, what would the bull market be once it comes back with volume? Volume will probably be up here at some point. So if you're daily trading, you're definitely looking at the low volume to the high volume. If you're trading at basically a longer duration, investing in a longer duration, not trading or swing trading in a long duration, this would technically be called a low volume overall. So if you're buying and waiting for the bull market, that's basically how you will look at this. So just to go back on that as well, to how I look at things with all of this is that this, for me, green is red for me. Red is green for me. So that's how I kind of look at things on how I want to buy and sell. It's the same thing with volume, green and red. So if we go back to here, this would be red. I don't know if you guys can kind of get what I'm saying, is that this would be this would be green. I'll change it to green, meaning that it's a good price point for me as a investor in the long term. And then red would be the time frame where I would sell. So to clear this up, let's start this again with basically red when this was at high volume, and then green basically when people will be buying. So, and then red again when people will be selling, when people start trading at high volumes. So that's how, basically I will look at things, how my mental mind works around all of this. And the same thing with like, let's just say portals, right? We go to portals and then I'll exit out of this portals. And then how I will look at it as far as a chart way, maybe to make this easier, is basically right here you have an area where it would be red for me. And then right here would be green. Usually they show the opposite on CNBC, oh, it's gone down red, it's bad, green, it's good. It's usually the opposite. So if you just change the colors around. All right, so that's just a little bit of a side thing. Don't want to get sidetracked here. All right, so let's go on the next topic, Toys R Us. All right, so Toys R Us has mentioned some things that I believe is bullish news. They pretty much came back from the dead after basically going bankrupt and somehow reemerged to say hi to Solana. So what the hell just happened? Why did Toys R Us pick Solana? Well, first, what is going on? That's like the main thing. Anybody's NFT is launching Toys R Us as their next drop. It'll be powered by them, basically. And Anybody's is basically a creative agency building on Web3. So in order to understand this partnership, let's dig deep on Anybody's, if you're ready for this. So we got here Toys R Us basically mentioning this right here about their Hello Solana with their giraffe, their famous giraffe figure here. Big good news. Now let's look at Anybody's and how this is related. Okay, so Anybody's is a Solana NFT project. So they pretty much help your brand reach out through creating digital spaces and structures so you can get more customers. They also basically went through integration for your brand through NFTs, crypto, and social media. So this is how Toys R Us is basically coming in. This is Anybody's way of getting these big brands coming in. So they help you create revenue streams through NFTs. So again, Toys R Us basically were like, we need experts in this space. We don't know what to do. We don't have enough experience. We don't have enough execution to do this ourselves. Anybody's came in, pitched themselves very well, basically said, we can do this for you. And then Toys R Us were like, okay, sure, cool, we can do this for you. Great stuff on Anybody's. Very bullish on this. Great job overall on how they pitched it. So they are bringing a lot of value to Solana NFTs. I would say morale is high right now with this kind of news. There were influencers talking, smack on this, but they usually try to farm engage. But overall, if you really think about this, Ethereum was getting a lot of these brands into the platform. Now we have someone big as well in Solana coming in. So overall, that is good news. They also have a token called Style. And the project was basically minted on 10th November 2021 at 0.3 SOL. And if you can see here, they have gained significant volume. They have a supply of 3,000, and they already collabed with the gods as well. And not to mention Take Keef with 1,000 sweaters. They also collabed with Vijix with 65 shoe pairs. And they basically are now collabing with what. So I am very impressed with this project. You can see here they started off at 0.3. They grew a little bit, and right here is when they started getting into branding with other big projects. So they are right now at 20 SOL right now, which is a pretty good deal. Here's the big thing about them. So how do you get whitelisted for Toys R Us? Well, you'll have to hold one of these bad boys right here. You'll have to hold Anybody's NFT. So this is right now probably the only ways you can get whitelisted unless you're someone very special. So if you want a Toys R Us NFT, that's the way to get it. It is a high price, but you never know. You never know if it'll dip down a little bit. But there you go. All right. So the next thing is that Toys R Us, they are making a comeback. They basically went bankrupt a while ago, and they went under a company called True Kids. They have executed with Macy's and on selling their toys online and within their stores. So, take it what it's worth right now. They are moving in the great direction, and it looks like they are using a different strategy than building their own stores. They're just going within Macy's. So if you do want to mint this, then you probably should look at how the company's doing as well. And, I do think they're doing quite well. So there you go. All right. So the next thing right now we have is Hades. So that's the big topic for me. Are we going to see anything with Hades in the next month? And seems like there are already some talks happening. Okay. So we started receiving more news on Hades on Twitter. There were a couple of tweets, lots of rumors now coming out, and we seem to be, not the only ones talking about this anymore, like we were last week. Joe from Paris has tweeted out that he sold Bitcoin to get ready to buy not Aptos, not Cardano, not Solana, not US dollars, but Hades token. That's right. That's basically the talk right now, is that this guy is going for Hades from Bitcoin. But overall, the way you can buy Hades is if you hold ABC. This is basically the news that came out from HGSO just 11 hours ago. You already are Hades whale with the amount of ABC you holding. So slowly this stuff is coming out. There is no tokenomics, and overall, I like it. I like what's happening right now. More people are talking about it. It's not royalties. It's not royalties. Royalties is like the news cover to me. If there's a story going out that you want to make disappear, you throw another cover story on top of it, so that other story kind of disappears. So I feel like that's right now what's going on with royalties. Everyone's talking about royalties with ABCs, but the real talk is Hades token. That is the real thing. But it's not being mentioned as much because I feel like this project, Hadeswap, is trying to make it down low until it's ready to come out. So they're throwing this royalty thing to get everyone kind of, into that instead. So there you go. The connection with Lunar project is also great. The connection with Kikaverse is also great. The connection with OpenDAO is great. The network buildup overall is what I like about ABC. That's where the potential is. It's not just royalties. Okay, so now as far as my Twitter tags, yes, it's disappearing. The SEO Twitter tags are finally going away to this guy now, so props to him. But at least we once reigned the hashtag with Hades. All right, so the next topic we have is Sorcies. So Sorcies finally minted out, and when they minted out, they went back up to 3.5 sold, and it was actually a pretty good mint. And they have gone back down to 2.799, as you can see right here. They started up here, went down, came back to 3.41, and then went back down. So they're still holding up their ground right here. Overall, I think it's still interesting, great project. They're building the community right now, and ownership is at 2,973. So around the 3,000 mark is what I like. It's already pretty much right there. So it's a really great project overall as far as brand, in my opinion. So we'll see how this, and you can see it's still being, if you stay right here, you can see that, it's some of these are always, selling out every so once in a while. It's moving. So one great project. If I'm gonna buy one, I do want to buy one, but like I was saying earlier, there's already so many projects people can hold. So for me, I tend to try to hold at least like 10 different projects. If I do see one that I want to sell, then I'll probably go to Sorcies. But my main thing right now has been ABC. I've been just trying to get ABC right now, but I do like this project. All right, so the next big topic that I really want to talk about is unique. It's a little bit different, and I'm gonna tell you why. Well, let me put this on full screen so you can kind of see me. All right, so APTOS launched with a blockchain. It's basically made from former Facebook employees. Let's just start with that. The biggest thing with this blockchain is that it's the block S10M, and which is basically their way of executing 160,000 transactions per second. Short and sweet. That's the short and sweet. Pros, they are innovating with this. Cons is that they have a huge VC funding. It's not decentralized, yada, yada, yada. There are tons of crypto videos about APTOS with the pros and cons. But Here we are going to talk about their cartoon JPEG, which is completely different. And there's a reason why I want to talk about this, and only one, because this one is really important because it reminds me of a little bit of Solana and Ethereum. When Ethereum launched, what became their successful NFT? It was CryptoPunks, a pixelated human. When Solana launched, what became their successful NFT? A Solana monkey business, a pixelated monkey. And you could discuss about base and the gods here and there, but that came like a while later. So APTOS launched, right? And there's this project called Bra Bears. Boom. And the Discord is popping. I can tell you that. It's a catchy name. It's pixelated. That's another thing. There's no mint date. There's no price yet. And I would say that this is probably the biggest NFT project on APTOS right now. And to be honest, it kind of reminds me of SMB and CryptoPunks. No one has no clue on what's going on right now with APTOS NFT. That's fine. That's how Solana NFTs were when people were trading in OTC 2021 with Solana monkey business. But what I'm getting at is that this project could be the face of APTOS. This thing right here could literally be the face of APTOS, like SMB or CryptoPunks. It honestly could. The bears are cool. The pixels are awesome. I will rate it at a 9 out of 10. I think the vibes are high as well. There's even Solana people following this, which is also an interesting, because it's like almost everybody kind of feels what's going on here. You have Droid Capper, you have Suburb, you have the NFT Boy, you have General Soul following this, you have Ricky Soul following this. Let me show you real quick right here. Ricky Soul, Dr. PP, you have Jills, you have that name, but you have Franklin, who is a base member, and then you have Hammer following this. And here's the project right here, Bra Bears. So just think of this one and check it out. Let me know what you think of this. But overall, I mean, just the NFT vibe on this is kind of crazy. And let me show you why. Right here, the wrong one. Here we go, Bra Bears. This is it right here. Bra Bears is just going crazy right now. The only thing you can say is bra. If I say something else, it just disappeared. This is a APTOS NFT. And it will just disappear in the brunch. There you go, it just disappeared. But overall, that's the thing they did, which is kind of unique. I do like it, the way that this core community is growing. But overall, cool looking project. I would say try to get a whitelist if you could on this. But yeah, that's it right there. I know it kind of looks different, but anyways, let's go on to the next project. All right, so the next project is called Meta Tattoo Club. Meta Tattoo Club is very different from your average project because it's more based on community, I would say. And how this project basically is that, it's a tattoo club. So mint date is October 31, supply is at 8,808, price is at 2 Sol. And the art is not bad. So let's look at it right now with this project called Meta. Right here, you have Meta. And basically, some say it's a touch of the gods. If you see for yourself right here, is it just, artist perception? Let me know. Some can argue it's unique or not. I kind of am in the middle with this one because of, it does got a little small the god feel. I mean, I'm not going to lie. But I mean, it has different traits. I think it's a little bit different. It's like a Greek style kind of art. The vibes though, it's quite in the mid-high range, I would say. You got some interesting people following it. So here's basically like, the main thing. If you're not into tattoos, it's probably not for you. If you are, and you know that you can pay hundreds of thousands, not hundreds of thousands, but hundreds of dollars and maybe more to get a tattoo. Because if you actually buy this, it's like 60 Sol, $60, and then an extra with the staking token. So you could actually get a cheap price for this tattoo. So overall, they're building a metaverse shop for this as well. They also have a sandbox lot for this. And one cool thing about this is that every month, they're going to fly someone to Sweden to get a free tattoo, which is cool. I don't know how long that will last, but overall, they know the importance of community. And again, art is not bad, but for me, I'm personally going to go pass on this. But if you do like tattoos, this could be a cheap tattoo for you to get. And if we look at their actual project here, you can see that the mutual following is not bad as well. It's got 28, 29, 30 mutual following. So it is definitely vibing. I would say you got Function following it. You got Franklin Apes. You know, he does follow a lot of projects. Permissionless, Chart for Monkey. So Dr. Solana is following this. You got Ragnar following this. So you know, it's interesting as far as like if someone does want to flip this, maybe you could. But I will personally see how the execution is made on this one. All right. So on to the next one. All right, so the next one is called BBs. And BBs is another project that we quickly talked about. We didn't really talk about it much, but now we have a little bit more info. So this project is coming out soon, right? And people are nominating each other left and right. And it's going to be a 10K supply for the first round. And then there will be a 40K extra supply coming out later on. So how does this work? Well, we got the project right here called BBs, and basically they will be minted naked. And if you want to reveal certain traits, there will be a fee associated with it, which I think is actually pretty cool. And the reason why I think that is that projects are figuring out ways around this 0% creativity royalty dilemma that's going on right now. I think this one is kind of genius. It's a genius step because to fund your project outside of royalties is definitely needed right now. So if successful, other projects will use this core idea as well and innovate a little bit around it. So overall, I enjoy that. I always like when projects get their funding because then they could build value on your NFT and it'll appreciate. But I can't wait to see it work. So try to get nominated within the community. That's like basically the main way of getting in here. There's like literally no other way of getting into this project. The project is also trustworthy, I would say, because it's made from Zion Labs. Zion Labs is a project that came out before BBs, created from this guy called Marty. Marty is an important figure. He is a Web2 founder. And you can see right here, he is also the founder of BBs. So in order to understand why this guy is actually, has a good reputation, is because he actually has this project at a good floor price, and it's been steady ever since from the bull to the bear market. So you can see right here, it's been holding at 5 SOL. So this guy is legit. He is building, he does care, and overall, I think this project would do well. Now, the last time we talked about this was at 22 mutual following, and look where it's at right now. It's at 49 mutual following. It doubled since we last talked about it. So it's definitely hyping right now. It's definitely vibing. People are starting to get noticing of this project. So let me know what you think of this one. Overall, the art, I think, just how they're already presenting it, basically saying that it's a clean PFP. It's pretty cool. Now, it being a baby, I don't know how that's going to work out on Solana. But Solana does like the charming vibes. They do like charming projects. So it could potentially work out. So we'll see how this plays out. Let me know what you think of this project. What's up, the Bassy Bag? What's going on, man? Shout out, showing some love right here. MTC changed their picking to 1.25. 4G and 1.5. That is good. That is good. That's actually really good news, is that they're at a lower price, 1.5. So that's actually not bad for supply. I mean, it could still hold that after mint, but yeah, we'll definitely see after that. All right. So overall, I think all these projects are just great projects. Let's go on to the next one. Where's my cursor at? All right. So we have, let's see. All right. So the watch list, my watch list. Let's just go through them. ABC. I am still looking into them right now. The floor price is at 23.60. Blocksmith Lab finally has gone down to 78 SOL. I'm actually waiting for this to go below 50 SOL, and the reason is, and here's the main reason. All right, so you have Magic Eden and you have Hadeswap that just came out, and they're taking market share. They're taking market share from all these other projects, and that's what gets me worried about Blocksmith Lab. This is pretty much why I sold this at around 95 SOL, because they're starting to lose market share from other types of projects like Hadeswap and Magic Eden, and more things are coming out like, Elixir and all these other projects. So Blocksmith Labs will have to keep innovating. They will have to keep on going beyond their whitelist tool, beyond their launchpad, Bifrost. Beyond all of that, they have to find a different product to provide to keep this value up at 78 SOL, which is very difficult. So that's why I was saying that this project is gonna go lower. I think it's gonna hit 50 SOL, and if it does go to 50, 40 SOL, cool. I definitely would like to get back in at that price. And I think that could probably be a fair valuation for Blocksmith Lab. That's why I put this back on my tracker, because I do love this project. I do love the builders behind here. And I do know that they are going to build a different product at some point. They're going to announce it. Just like what they did with Bifrost. When they just had the whitelist tool, this thing went back down to 50 SOL. Bifrost was announced, and they came back up to it was like 110 SOL when they started going to the Bifrost, when they started getting their new PFP look. So I think the same thing's going to happen when the next product comes out. So there you go. All right. So Bunfeeder Wolves is finally back to 0.92. I do think, probably maybe 0.70, 0.80. This price could be a good price. But the domain, the Solana domain meta, I don't know when it's coming back, to be honest. I think it's going to be a while when it comes back. We are in a bear market. I just don't see it coming back anytime soon. But if you do buy one, just know that it could be a while till this Solana domain era comes back, because Bunfeeder Wolves is a part of Solana domains. So just take notice on that one. All right, so Elixirs is finally going down to 39 SOL. I also am waiting for this to go lower. Let's go down to Kikis are finally at 0.86 Solana. This is, it's a good price entry, I would say. But for me, I could probably buy one, but I have seen this thing go down to 0.50. So that's what kind of concerns me. But overall, I think, it's fine. It's fine getting there to where it's a good entry price point to where one could flip this above 1 SOL. All right, Magic Tickets is still a little bit too high for me, 2.67 SOL. They are going to come out with some news at some point. I don't know if it's going to be an AMM or some other type of new protocol that they're building out. I don't know what's going to be, but I was hoping that this will go back down to 2 SOL so I can buy in, but looks like it's holding steady, and we might not get a chance to get into this one. OK Bears is not doing that great. I don't know what's happening here with them. They're not really doing much overall, but we'll see. All right, so Parrot Tools, great project, 3.25 SOL. It also finally came down to what I was predicting when it was like at 4 SOL. This project is building some cool utility with their copy trading platform, and overall, I enjoy the builders behind this. They're building not just a copy trading platform, but also a product for NFT projects to do accounting. So they are going to build more stuff. I am sure of that, because they keep going further and further. And I do think their price valuation is going to go higher than 3 SOL, which was once at 4 SOL. And this is when I didn't want to buy. I did want to buy one, but they're finally coming back down. So I would say for me, maybe like a 3 SOL. Somewhere there will be a good entry point for this project. Rakudos is at 1.65. I'm kind of surprised that it's gone that low. I'm gonna go into this more and see if it's actually a good entry point to get into. Sharks is a little bit too high for me, 6.09. We have what else? And that is basically it for my watch list. And then let's go into the market. What's going on in the market? Okay, so we got the gods at 260 SOL. Floor price has increased 15%. Utes has also increased. The gods are moving back up. We have Solana Monkey business still at 180 SOL. DJ and Fat Cats, it's finally gone back down to 18 SOL from 22 SOL. This project, I mean, I was part of it. I did flip this from I bought one at 13 SOL. I flipped it at 20 SOL. I bought another one like at 17 SOL. I flipped it at 18 Sol. Am I getting back into this? Probably not, because of ABC. Again, ABC has been my main thing right now. So, they're almost both at the same price point. You got ABC at 23 Sol, 24, 26 Sol, and you got DJ and Fat Cats at 18 Sol. So to me, it's like paying an extra 5 Sol, 6 Sol for me is well worth it for ABC than DJ and Fat Cats, because DJ and Fat Cats is just a casino play. And then, you do get your small little royalty for that every week. For like, I think it's like it ranged from like 0.12 Sol to 0.15 Sol. But overall, I think there's more potential for ABCs, a lot more potential on what's going on there. So that's why, you got 2 projects here. I will happily pick ABC now. If ABC wasn't here, maybe it will be a different story. So let's go down to Tyro Box, great project. We have Famous Fox said, great project. It's a good price right now. I wouldn't say I would buy one, but it's a good, decent price. Let's see what else there is. Magic Ticket, we already talked about that. Portals, it's finally coming down a little bit. I still think it's too high. I would say maybe 10 Sol or lower. Liberty Square, 9.6 Sol. I personally think this is a good entry point for this. This project could go back to 20 Sol. I would think 15 to 20 Sol. And by the way, none of this is financial advice. It's just me talking about cartoon JPEGs overall. All right, so let's go down to Fracture Soul Gods, 11 Sol. I still think this is a little bit too high. Criticals, 10.3 Sol. This one is more of a community type of building. I wouldn't personally get into it, even though it is a good entry point in my opinion. Anybody's, we just talked about this. This project is building out Toys R Us. They're launching that project. Very bullish. Very cool to see. Lunar project, I think this is actually a nice entry point because they are a part of the ABC Open DAO family. And I think there's going to be some connections building up around this project and ABCs and Hadeswap. I don't know of what yet, but something is coming. So Dead, we discussed this a little bit. So Dead last week, I think this was like at 22 Sol or somewhere, and I basically said that I thought this was dangerous to get in, and sure enough, it was. It was definitely the right move not to get into this one. You can see right here, the floor price went up to 29 Sol, fell down, went back up, and then it started coming down to 9 Sol. So I just don't see much for this project. I know there's a lot of influencers who really like this project, which is fine, by the way, but I am personally not really a fan because I don't like the art. That's the first thing. So I never liked the art on this one. But overall, the gamification is quite cool on what they do. The royalty thing that they did was, different, but I don't see anything else besides that, honestly. So moving on to the next one. All right, so going down, let's see. Copetown, oh my God, this went horribly wrong. 0.1 Sol. Let's see what else. We have Tile Oil, Fractals, Ape, GMers. Let's see. Wade, 21 Sol. It's not bad. Wade is a project that is basically, how would I say? It's part of Crypto. Crypto is a company that's trying to build out projects like Ooze, which is part of the Line Friends family. They are basically like the Disney of Asia, I would say. So they're doing a lot of things. They're like building a marketplace platform for these types of NFT projects, like IP NFT projects, which is a really interesting family right here, Wade. So it's been holding its ground at 21 Sol. This could have a higher valuation at 30 Sol, somewhere there at some point with what they're building. All right, so let's keep going down. Soul Decoder. This is I'm gonna try to get 4 Soul Decoders for the Discord. Make sure you guys join the Discord in the description and get in here. I'm gonna try to get this for us so we can get some more analytical tools for us. It's free. Discord is free to join in. So just I'm gonna put in like 10 invites below for anyone that wants to get in. We had whitelist for a lot of projects. So there you go. Hopefully I can get some of these for us. And let's see, what else do we have here? We got something, we making all kinds. Oh, Kevin Machi, what up, bro? By the way, follow Machi. He has his own YouTube channel. This guy, he has it, the guys. He does his own thing. He's a very great trader in Solana as well. Digits Club, a part of the Digits Club family. They're also minting out in Magic Eden. So make sure you follow him at Have You Met Machi on Twitter. And we have here, let's see, Dick and Sass. Yo, here for the latest Ethereum NFT alpha. Oh, Ethereum. All right, so we have Ooze already at 3 Sol. This project, they're about to reveal their IP NFT. So what is Ooze? Ooze is a very cool brand. They're basically based in Korea. They have, like I was saying, the Disney of Asia. So this brand, Ooze, let me show you real quick right here, because I'm actually very familiar with this because I live in Korea. Lion Friends is a huge brand. They're basically the Cinderella, the Snow White in the US. They're the same thing here. This family called Brown and Friends is very big in Korea, and they're everywhere. I'm telling you, they're everywhere. They pillows, all kinds of things, toenail cutters. I have that somehow. I don't know how I got it, but overall, a very cool brand that's been building for so long, farther than Solana. They've been building since like 2014. They came out with their next Friends, which is in NFTs, and that's what happened right now. Is that now they are basically coming out with this project called Ooze and Friends. And if I go back here, and at 3 Sol, and they're about to reveal their actual NFTs that is coming out. So that's it for that. I do think it's going to go higher once the reveal comes out. All right, well, Helions is also great. I would say it's a Web3 payment service in Solana and all projects right now. I would think that 3.3 is very low for this project. And that is basically everything that I guess looked through. So if there's anything else you guys want me to look through, let me know on the comments. Jeremy Chan, yes, I'll send you the invite, man. No worries. I'll send you the invite. All right. So any other projects you guys want me to look at, let me know right now. In the next minute, I'll be happy to look through it and let you know what's up. Soul Rarity, I love this. I actually use this. What else? That is all I have right now. All right, fam. That is everything. Anyways, much love. Comment below on anything else you want me to talk about in the future. And overall, join the Value Vibes Discord. I go live Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, to give you the latest updates on Solana NFTs and any other NFT projects out there. So make sure you do that. I also do regular content on YouTube as well. So hit that smash, bro. Hit that smash that like button. Subscribe, comment. Much love and peace.